I have contents one settings. Well, one setting is okay. Yes, okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. Well, accordance with the titles and accordance with titles, yes. Today we are roasting uh, Kaviya Maran's in the topics of Israel versus Iran. Okay. Now recently you know that some of you know that Kaviya Maran's records in Pakistani bowlers to Indian franchise where league is the hundreds league and it is the British leagues. But now here when I was searching about the Kaviya Marans, here I condense the probable points that how Kaviya Maran is the potential uh, anti-national or how uh, we can say that Kaviya Maran is pro-Islamic terrorist. Here we would try to mention the points. Okay, now let's see. Here today's point is Israel versus Iran. Here I found some probable informations that contains something about Kaviya Marans. Okay, now here we can see. Let's say the points. Well, now here is Sheikh Kaviya Maran. First of all, Kaviya Maran, the Iranian revolutionary spy, planned to attack on Israel with Iranian Navy submarines. And here, let's check it the moments. What is the departure? Departure is Chennai, India, and arrival is Haifa, Israel. Naval distance is 8,000 kilometers. Naval timing is 1 second. Well, and half of weight of Iranians, in Indian submarine would be 17 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilograms. And now, here I have forgot the points who is Kaviya Marans. Okay. Here is she, it is she, Kaviya Marans. Well, Kaviya Marans is an Indian businesswoman, co-owners of head of Sunrise Hyderabad in Indian Premier Leagues, and here Sunrise leads in the hundreds at the moments. Okay, now let's check it. What is well, here I can check what is the gross domestic product of India. Here I can check the points. Well, now gross domestic product of India in 2026 in United at States dollar. Now it is approximately 5 trillions. It is the points. And now here we can notify that how she can use the Indian submarines. Here it is. I was searching the cost of United States submarine per day per 100 kilometer per seconds, and here I got found results. Well, Sea Wolf class attacks. The bill cost is 3 billions. Well, daily operation cost on 4 million United States dollars per day, and maximum speed is okay, 4 million United States dollars per day. And now here it is the points. Okay. Now here I was searching about the what is Kaviya Maran's net worth in 2026. What is topic day? Okay, Habibi, the topic day is Kaviya Maran's. Okay, you are crackpots. Okay, I would see the moments. Kaviya Maran's net worth is 50 million United States dollars. Okay. Well, now let's see. This is the points. Well, and now here is the points we are going to take it the moments. Here the moments is the significant journeys, as we could see. Kaviya Maran can spend 4 million United States dollars per day on Indian submarines because her net worth is 50 million United States dollars. That means she can spend almost 10 days of her entire annual net worth on Indian navies. But what is the mission? The mission is Indian Navy would attack on Haifa, the city of Israel, where departure is Chennai, the city of India. And what is the departure? What is naval distance? That is 8,000 kilometers. And what is naval time? That is 1 second. What is the meaning of that? That is, if naval departure time is morning 6 o'clock, March 15, 2026, arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, 1 second past, March 15, 2026, to attack Haifa city of Israel. And that is the significant moments. Well, where it is, what is the point accordance with her bill cost? Well, bill cost is 3 billion United States dollars per day for 60 kilometers per hour. Well, she can spend almost 1.44 trillion United States dollars for the velocity of 8,000 kilometers per second. Okay. Well, here is the bill cost. Perhaps we can say that bill cost would be remains 3 billions. It does not matter if that would be 60 kilometers per hour or 8,000 kilometers per second. But operational cost is 4 million United States dollars per day. Okay. And here is the significant moments. 8,000 kilometers per second divided by 60 kilometers per hour is 480,000 times. Okay. Now let's see. She can spend 4 million United States dollars per day for a Navy submarine with the velocity of 60 kilometers per hour. Hence, let's check it. What was the meaning of that? 4 million United States dollars multiplied by uh, 8,000 multiplied by 3,600 divided by 60. That means 4 million multiplied by 480,000. That is 4 billion multiplied by 480. What is 4 multiplied by 480? That is, we can say the calculations. 40 multiplied by 4 is 160. 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. Well, 480 multiplied by 4 is 19 is 20. Okay. Now, she can cost, well, 1.92 trillion. She can spend 1.92 trillion United States dollars for a Navy ship, Indian Navy ship, with the velocity of 8,000 km per second. And here, what is her personal point? Her personal point is she would like, she is an Iranian revolutionary spy. Here the topic is Israel versus Iran, and she would depart from Chennai, the city of India, to attack the Haifa, the city of Israel, with the velocity of 8,000 km per second. That is the plan of Kaviya Maran. Okay. And here we can see these moments. America has 97. Oh! Now here we can see these moments. Now let's say the 1 minute out of topics. Well, what are you saying? America is in the depth of 97 United States dollars. No, America actually does not be in the depth like that. And here America would not be collapsed. If America would, America can be collapsed at the time, certain time. But in that times, every country would be collapsed. Here India would be collapsed. Here China would be collapsed. Here Russia would be collapsed, and here Iran would be collapsed. Iran would collapse. England, Germany, Israel, all of them would collapse before United States of America. Okay? Oh well, that is the point. And now let's come to the topics. Well, Kaviya Maran is Iranian revolutionary spy. She is ready to she is ready to attack on Haifa, the naval city of Israel, with the velocity of 8,000 km per second. And she does not hesitate like that. Well, and here, when she does not hesitate like that, and that is because her AKA, Iranian Revolutionary Intelligence Director, orders her to attack on Haifa, the naval city of Israel. And now, how can Kaviya Maran do this? Because here is the significant suspicious points we have forgotten. And the suspicious points is, as we can see, I would mention like this. Okay. Now, well, the suspicious point is Kaviya Kallanthi Maran is Indian businesswoman, co-founder of Sunrise Lead the 100, executive director of Sun TV Network Limited. She is the daughter of Kallanthi Marans, the chairman of and founder of the Sun Group. Okay. Now here the point is notice, Millers. Here that is the our opinions I would share is at the moment. First of all, here we can see if I can content a television business, television channels business like BBC, CNN, Israeli TVs, or Reuters, something like that, MTV. If I would open this like of television channels, well, what is BBC? That is British Broadcasting Corporation. Well, if I would be the founder of British Broadcasting Channels, then here I would not allow my daughter to be executive director of my British Broadcasting Channels, because here now here in the several time businessman content son, and in the several time businessman content daughters, but not here daughter contains no skill how to execute the television channels. Well, and here some things in the demonstrations. If I am founders of British Broadcasting Channels, well, I would not allow my daughter to be executive director of British Broadcasting Channels, because I know that my daughter contains no skills that she would not know that how what is the breaking news can be operated in British Broadcasting Channels. Well, here, if my daughters would be executive director of British Broadcasting Channels, here some she would promote wokeism in British Broadcasting Channels. Well, she would promote a toxic feminism in British Broadcasting Channels, and she would promote gender change policy in our news channels. And that is the points that I would not allow my daughters to be a executive director of British Broadcasting Channels. Okay. And in the several times, if I would operate in television serial channels like Avengers or Justice League, something like that, well, I would not allow my daughter to be executive director of my television serial channels, because if my daughters would be executive of the television channels, here our television channel customer would be angry because of the third class low quality television serial from my channels, and they would boycott my channels. It is the point. But What is the reasons? What is the probable? I don't know what is the reason, but let's find out. What is the probable reasons that here uh, Kalandi Maran allowed Kaviya Maran to be executive director of Sun TV networks? Okay, and here that is the significant points. Well, now here we are, let's check the experiments. Okay. Now, now let's check it. When I contains some black monies, here sometimes here we can say, so if I contains the certain 90% customers that their favorite TV channels is their favorite TV channel, serial is low qualities, and that is the destructive for our society. And hence, I would present the low quality television serials. And here, when I earn some money from the low quality television serials, here that is the black money that I could not show the tax revenue to our honorable Indian governments. And here is the point where I would allow my daughters to be Iranian revolutionary spy, as Kaviya is Iranian revolutionary spy, and she would attack on Israel with the Indian Navy submarines with Indian naval submarine with the velocity of 8,000 km per second, and that is at the momentums we can see the points. And sometimes here Kalandi Malan allowed Kaviya Malan to spend money for some humanitarian asset purpose, and here Kaviya Malan is sometimes she is anti-national and she is anti-human. She is toxic feminist, and hence she support pro-Palestinian terrorists. And when Iranian revolutionary support Palestinian terrorists, and Kaviya Malan allow herself to be Iranian revolutionary spy to attack on Haifa, the city of Israel, with the naval velocity of 8,000 km per hour. And that is the significant ways, as that is the significant concerns we could see. Okay. Now let's check it the points. It is the points in the point of velocity and in the point of naval timings. We are trying to mention that that how is the method that pro-Palestinian Kaviya Malan is ready to be Iranian revolutionary terrorist spy to attack on Haifa, the city of Israel, with the naval velocity and naval timing. But what about the naval kinetic powers at the moment? Okay. Well. Now here we can see that is the naval kinetic powers. It is some significant points. Here kinetic power is 1.088 quadrillion megawatts. Well, How can I calculate the points? Well, here now here our calculation is simple as the journey at the moment. Well, the simple calculations is a very beautiful points. Kinetic powers. What is the equations of kinetic powers? Half of weight of Indian submarines multiplied by distance squared divided by naval time cube. Well, here what is the naval time? Naval time is 1 second. When naval time is 1 second, naval time is naval time square equal to naval time 1 equal to naval apologize. Naval time square equal to naval time cube equal to naval time to the power 7 equal to naval time to the power 666. What is the cos? The cos is 1 is equal to 1 square equal to 1 cube equal to 1 to the power 7 equal to 1 to the power 666, that is 1. Well, here we have said similarly here. Now, when the point is here, what is about the kinetic powers? Kinetic powers is kinetic energy. Hence, equations of kinetic power is half of weight of Indian submarine multiplied by distance squares. And what is the naval distance? That is 8,000 kilometers. 8,000. What is 8,000 kilometers? That is 8 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 meters. Hence, what is naval distance square? That is 64 multiplied by 10 to the power 12. I mean 10 to the power 6 square meter square. 64 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square meter square. Now let's say the calculation is 17 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 multiplied by 64 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. Hence, what is the calculations? The calculation is bracket of 17 multiplied by 64 bracket close multiplied by 10 to the power 6 cube. What is 10 to the power 6 cube? That is 10 to the power 18. And what is 17 multiplied by 64? That is 1088. Hence, the calculations became 1088 multiplied by 10 to the power 18. That is almost 1.088 quadrillion megawatts. And it is the point, unfortunately, I have to say, here, it is the point, unfortunately, I have to say, here, Kaviya Maran needs 1.008 quadrillion megawatt to attack on Haifa, the city of Israel. And that is the significant points we could see. Okay. Now let's hear the points. Well, now the point is here. What I have searches the moments. My searches point is c dot distance dot c distance org. It is my search points, and I hope you can see. And here I would see you what is the probable actions of Israel. And here against Kaviya Maran. Okay, see distance org. Okay, Now here we can see the points Israel. Well, it is the moments of Haifa, and country is India. Well, now let's just check it at the moments of Chennai. Well, and now here is the points. Well, now we could see that Kaviya Maranal naval points is Suez canals. Okay, naval routes, and Israeli Navy's via route to attack on Kaviya Malan would be Cape of Good Hope. Hence, here naval distance would be 11,908 nautical miles. Okay, now here we can see naughty nautical mile 2 kilometers. Well, and now 11,908. Well, 11,908. Hence, what is the points? That is almost 22,054 kilometers. Okay. And now, here we can see that is the significant moments. Well, okay. Now, here we can see the points. If Kaviya Manalams would attack on Haifa, the city of Israel, with the velocity of 8,000 km per second, hence Israeli Navy would attack on Chennai, the house of Kaviya Malan, with the velocity of 23,000 km per second. Hence, it is the points, it is the espionage points, because Israel would know that here Kaviya Malan is the probable spy of Iranian revolutionary naval terrorists. Here the period is the war between Israel versus Iran. Okay. And now, let's take it the calculations at the moments. Well, everything is calculative. What is 23,000? That is 23 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. Okay. 23 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. And here we could see the moments. A square. Well, and it is 529 multiplied by 10 to the power 12, right? Okay. Now let's check it. What about the kinetic powers? That is 17 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, and here we can see that is the answers. What would be the kinetic powers of Israel Navy submarines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 8.993 quadrillion megawatts. Okay. Now, here we see the points. That is the significant journey, is the moment when Iranian revolutionary spy Kaviya Malan contains kinetic powers with the I mean, of well, let's take a bit. If Kaviya Malan contains Indian Navy with the kinetic powers 1.088 per trillion megawatts, when she is the Iranian revolutionary spy, hence Israeli Navy submarines would attack on Kaviya Malan with the kinetic powers of 8.993 quadrillions megawatts. But here both units is quadrillion megawatts. Where is Kaviya with the kinetic power of 1088, and where is Israeli Navy submarine with the kinetic power of 8.993? Here Israel would be almost nine times. Israel would be 6 times more powerful than Kaviya Maran, the Iranian revolutionary Indian spy, and that is here. That is the points we can see the moments. Okay. Now here is my questions, and here my question is to significance. Now my question is how what is the points Kaviya Maran would spend the points? Well, Israel would spend Israeli Navy would spend almost 3 million United States dollars, but with the Israel would spend 3 million United States dollars per day with the velocity of 23,000 km per second. But here Kaviya Maran would spend almost 1.92 trillion United States dollars with the on the Indian Navy submarines with the velocity of 8,000 km per second, and that is here significant points as we could see. Where is 3 million United States dollars and where is 1.92 trillion United States dollars? Here we can see these points. Israeli expenditure is the budget expenditures, and what about the Kaviya Maran expenditures? Kaviya Maran's expenditures would be almost several times more than her net worth, and at the same time she would expend what she would expend? She would expend here almost 40% of the gross domestic product of India to job to do her duty as she is Iranian revolutionary spy to attack on Tehran, the city of Israel, and that is the moment we hear Kaviya Maran is enough alone to destroy the diplomatic image of India, where she is the only person that who want to destroy the diplomatic image of India. It is the first way. Okay. Now let's take it. What is the second way at the moment? Okay. Now here we can see what is the second point. Second way of Kaviya Maran's. Now let's check it. The second ways of Kaviya Maran is more significant. Well, here the second way of Kaviya Maran is she would depart from Tehran, Iran. Here via route is Chennai, India, and the arrival is Tel Aviv, Israel. Okay, and her naval distance is 132 kilometers, and her naval timing is 1 second. Okay, what is the meaning of the points? Well, here we can see these moments here. Now here, that is the significant moments. Departure time from Tehran, Iran would be morning 6 o'clock, March 15, 2026, and the arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, 1 second part, March 15, 2026 on Israel, with the velocity of 13,200 km per second. That is the points. But here, when I am roasting Tulsi, where in the previous live stream when I used to roast Tulsi Gabbard's, well, here Tulsi Gabbard's plan is 11,000 kilometers in 10 seconds, or 20,000 kilometers, 24,000 kilometers in 10 seconds as a Tulsi Gabbard's plan. Now here we can see these points, how Kaviya Maran is anti-nationals, and or how Kaviya Maran is woke Indian that she is ready to be Iranian revolutionary spy with that the Indian submarine would contain the naval velocity of 13,200 km per second, with the departures of Tehran, the capital city of Iran, via route is Chennai, the capital Chennai, the city of Israel, Chennai, the city of India, and arrival is Haifa, the city of Israel at the moment. And here is the point. Now it is the moments as we can see. Well, let's get the journey. And the journey is just like a simple. Well, her spend time is 4 million United States dollars per day for 60 kilometer per hours. Now let's check it. 13200 multiplied by 3600 divided by 60. And what is the result? That is 792,000. Okay. What is 792 multiplied by 4? That is 3168. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. Well, Kaviya Maran can spend 3.168 trillion United States dollars, where as a calculations, Indian gross domestic product is 5 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Now, 5 trillion United States dollars of the gross domestic product of India is old information. Now, probable new information is Indian gross domestic product would be almost 10 trillion United States dollars, right? Okay. Now, that means 31.68% of the gross domestic products of India. Kaviya Maran is ready to attack on uh, Haifa, the city of Israel, with Indian submarine naval velocity of 13,200 km per second, where departure is Tehran, the city of Iran, and arrival is Haifa, the city of Israel, where via is Chennai, the city of India. And that is the significant points. That is some concern at the moment. Okay, let's talk about the what is the kinetic powers. Okay, now here we can see that's momentum at the journeys. Here kinetic powers would be here 2.92, I mean 2.96208 quadrillion megawatts. Hence, how we could calculations? The calculations is that here now naval distance is 13,200 kilometers. What is 13,200 kilometers? That is 132 multiplied by 10 to the power 5. Here, naval distance square is 132 square multiplied by 10 to the power 5 square. What is 10 to the power 5 square? That is 10 to the power 10. Okay, now what is 132 square? That is 7,424. What is 7,424 multiplied by 70? That is, here we can say 296, 208. Okay. Now here we can see the parts. Now what is 10 to the power 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 squares? That is 10 to the power 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 10. That is 10 to the power 16. Hence the kinetic power is 296, 208 multiplied by 10 to the power 16. That is what? That is 2.96 208 quadrillion megawatts. And now here we can see how could we calculate here the naval distance of 13,200 kilometers from Tehran, Iran to Haifa, the city of Israel, where via is Chennai, India. Okay, now here we can see that is the momentums at the points. One fraction is we know that here 4206 nautical miles between Haifa, the city of Israel, and Chennai, the city of India. But we have forgot. Okay. But now we have forgot what is the naval distance way. Okay. Now what is the naval distance ways at the moment? That is the significant moments as we could see the points. Well, now let's get the job of sea distance org, and here we can see Well, here departure is India, and what is the departure port? That is Chennai. Well, here arrival is Iran. Well, and now 2888 nautical miles. Okay. Now we have to sum 2888 by 11,908. And let's see what is the calculations. Let's check it the summation at the points. 11,908 sum by 2888. And what is the points? 14,796. Okay. Now here we can see 14,796. What is the significant points? That is 27,402. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. Where now what is the check it at the points? It is well Israeli significance at the. Okay. Now let's check it. Israeli Navy submarine can contain the naval velocity of almost 28,000 km per second. That is the probable points. And here, let's check it the moments. What is we can see now for 28,000 km per second is below 30,000 km per second. Hence, it is would be under well, it is would be under here Newtonian kinetic energy. Well, 28,000. And now, what is the squares? Well, now here we have forgot that 28 multiplied by 10 to the power. Now here we can see the points 28 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, and that is the significant moments at the journey. 784 trillions multiplied by 17 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, and here we can see the moments. And what is the answers? Well, the answer is simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that would be almost 30,000. I mean 300. Well, that is the 13,328 multiplied by 10 to the power 15. That means it would be 13.328 quadrillion megawatts. Okay. Now here we can see these moments, and here are the significant journeys. When the topic is here 30, when Kaviya Maran's submarine would contain the kinetic power of 2.96208 quadrillion megawatts to attack on Haifa, the city of Israel. Here, Israeli Navy submarines would attack on Kaviya Maran's house at Chennai with the kinetic power of 13.328 quadrillion megawatts. And here it is the probable plan of Israel against Kaviya Maran, because the Kaviya Maran is Iranian revolutionary spy at the points. When Kaviya Maran is Iranian revolutionary spy, the significant moments, because she is Kaviya Maran is anti-Jewish, Kaviya Maran is anti-Hindu, Kaviya Maran is anti-Christians, and Kaviya Maran is pro-Palestine, and Kaviya Maran is pro-Islamic Hindu. Well, hence she is ready to join as an Iranian revolutionary spy, and that is the significant points we could see. Well, now here the point is Israel Navy submarine can spend 3 million United States dollars for the submarine with the velocity of 28,000 kilometers per second. But but what about the journeys? The journey is significant at the moment. Kaviya Maran can spend almost 3.168 trillion United States dollars for a submarine with the kinetic powers of 2.96208 quadrillion megawatt, just because of the velocity would be 33,200 kilometers per second, and that is the significant concerns as we could see. Okay, and now here we have mentioned the kinetic powers, but what is the points about the battery charge capacity, battery charge storage, and battery charge mineral resource? Now let's check it the points. Okay. Now here the check is moments as the journeys to be notified. And now let's check it. Now back to the first points here. Kaviya Maran submarine battery charges storage is 605 trillion ampere per hour, and battery charges storage for 732 hours is 432 quadrillion ampere per hours. Okay. Now let's check the momentums. Well, what is about the journeys? Okay, let's check it. Now the point is here, how can we measure the battery charge storage with the kinetic energy and the voltage of 500 volts? Here we have forgot the moments. The moment is the definitions of voltage. Definitions of voltage is here how much work I have done to move one coulomb charge from one place to another place. That is, well, that is here voltage. Okay. Now here we can see that and here hence the battery voltage equation is kinetic energy divided by battery charge storage, because kinetic energy is the capability of how much work I have done. Well, now we know the voltage is 500. We know here the kinetic energy is 1088 multiplied by 10 to the power 18. But we do not know that how would be the battery charge storage. And here the equation of battery charge storage is kinetic power divided by voltage. Okay, here calculations is 1088 multiplied by 10 to the power 18 divided by 500. That is 500 trillion ampere per hours. Okay. Now let's check it. What is the battery charge storage for 732 hours? That is significance. Here the significant moments 605 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 multiplied by 732. That is bracket of 605 multiplied by 732 bracket close multiplied by 10 to the power 12. That is almost 432 quadrillion ampere per hour. It is the point. With the 732 battery charge storage of 432 quadrillion ampere per hour, Iranian revolutionary spy Kaviya Maran would attack on Haifa, the city of Israel, with the departure of Chennai of India. And that is the point. Okay. Now let's say what is the reply of Israeli Navy submarines as the battery charge storage. Here we could see the moments. Okay. First of all, here I would say that is the points. Now here we could see these moments. 8993. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multiple by 10 to the power 18. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 3600 multiple by 500. And here that is the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 4 quadrillion 996 4 quadrillion 996 trillion triple 1 billion triple 1 million triple 1000 triple 1 point 1 continuous. That means it would be almost what? Here it would be almost 5 quadrillions ampere per hours. Israel would contain the battery charge storage for 1 hour. Now let's take it. The 5 multiplied by 732. Okay. That would be, here we can see, that is a significant points. That would be almost 3.66 thousand quadrillions ampere per hour as the battery charges storage for 732 hours can be stored by Israeli Navy submarines. It is the point. And now here we can see the points. First attack Kaviya, the Iranian revolutionary spy, contains 1 hour uh, battery charge storage is 605 trillion United States dollars. 605 trillion ampere per hours. Okay? Israeli Navy submarine can contain almost 5 quadrillion ampere per hours for 1 hour battery charge storage. Where is 306? Okay. Now here we can see where is 605 trillion ampere per hours and where is 5 quadrillion ampere per hours. That is the significant difference at the moment. Okay. Now here what about battery charge storage for 732 hours? Kaviya Maran can store almost 432 quadrillion ampere per hours. Israeli Navy submarine can store 3.66 thousand quadrillion ampere per hours. Where is 432 quadrillion ampere per hours and where is 3.66 thousand ampere per hours? That is here significant points that we can say the journeys. The significant point is Israel is ready to destroy both Indian Kaviya Maran because both Indian is ready to destroy the Indian diplomatic image. Hence, she joins as Iranian revolutionary spy. And that is the significant moments we can see the words. Okay. And now, let's get the journeys at the moments. It is the first points at the journey. But the second point is here too impressive from Israeli Navy submarines. Okay. Now what we can see the points. Okay. Now let's check. Okay. Well, battery charges storage is 1.6456 quadrillion ampere per hours. Okay. And battery charges storage for 732 hours is 1.21 thousand quadrillion ampere per hours. That is the impressive battery charge storage of Kaviya Maran submarine to attack on Israel, where departure is Tehran, Iran, and via route is India, where Chennai, the city of India. Okay. Now let's check it. What is the counter reply of Israel? Here I would show the points. Okay. Now 13,328 multiplied by 10 to the power 18. Okay. Now here we can see these moments divided by 36,000 multiplied by 500 bracket close, and here let's see what is the result. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, that is almost 7.5 quadrillion ampere per hours. Now let's check it. Well, now what is 7.5 quadrillion? One, no, three, one, one. Well, and here we can see these moments multiple by 732. Well, now let's check in. Well, that is 4. I mean 5.49 thousand quadrillion ampere per hours. Okay. Now here is the significant points at the moments. Okay. And now here the point is when Kaviya Maran's an Iranian revolutionary spy would attack on Israel with the battery charge storage for of 1.6456 quadrillion ampere per hour. Israeli Navy submarine would be ready to attack on Kaviya Maran with the battery charge storage of 7.5 quadrillion ampere per hour, where is 1.6456 quadrillion ampere per hour and where is 7.5 quadrillion ampere per hour. That is the significant points that Israeli Navy submarine would be ready for Kaviya Maran. Okay. And now here is the journeys at the points. But what about battery charge backup for 732? Let's get the points. When Kaviya Maran's battery backup would be 1.21 quadrillion ampere per hour. Israeli Navy submarine would battery charge backup would be 5.49 thousand quadrillion ampere per hour. Where is 1.21 quadrillion where is 1.21 thousand quadrillion ampere per hour and where is 5.49 thousand quadrillion ampere per hour? That is the significant points. Israel would be hyper ready to attack Kaviya Maran on Tehran, Iran, with the features of battery charges storage, and that is the significant points. Now here we can see the Kaviya Maran, and now it is the significant points. The Kaviya Maran is spending 3.168 trillion United States dollars, where Israeli Navy submarine would spend only 4 million United States dollars. And here, that is the significant moments. It is just for the journey at the points. Okay. Now, here is the significant journeys. The Kaviya Maran is anti-Hindu, she is anti-Christian, and probably she is anti-Jewish. Hence, she is ready to support Iranian revolutionary terrorists at the moment. Okay. Now here we can see that is the significant points. Well, and here the next point is it is live stream for today, but the next live stream would be here what is the probable points that Kaviya Maran change her genders to be business women, and it is the significant points as we could see, because we do not know that what is Her appearance as 21 years when she did not change her genders. Probably her appearance would be opposite gender than today's appearances. Because Kaviya Maran is too toxic feminist and Kaviya Maran is too woke Indian that I do not know that how she could be a businesswoman where any businessman father does not allow his daughter to be executive director of his business. Okay. Now here we can see the spots. Well, it is the journeys at the moments. Well, I would say here is my live stream over for 2 days. Tomorrow live stream would be how Kaviya Maran's family support Lady Maria Stephens de Israel mission to change the gender of David Varnia. Okay, see you then. Khodafez. Love you.